couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. A give to Kamara running right. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to... Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg. Bradshaw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. This defense for the Rams, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took out more importance, and they got it done.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bradshaw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The Saints at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Parks. And this is going to be another 1st down, as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 33. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st down, Bradshaw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw again. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Rankin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver. The but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Rankin. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Warriors 70. Dragon 60.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Where are they doing?
Now at the 11-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
One.
To throw on second and 6. Mariota. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Logan Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Play after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Rankin. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Let's go
An
now.
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Rankin. He finds his man. Complete. That's Steele. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Complete to number 19. A gain of 14.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On the counter, this is Akers. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had no command that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he fires one that's intercepted. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Matt Amendola now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Throwing after the interception. Bradshaw throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parks. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Saints.
Throwing on first down. Bradshaw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw on 3rd down. Bradshaw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
Ready, come back in, come back in.
On 3rd down, Rankin. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alontae Taylor gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
At the Rams' 26-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
18, fight in.
Off the play fake. Bradshaw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the 1st half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
A gain of 15. First down.
On 1st and 10. Rankin escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Rankin. He finds his man. Complete. It's Steele. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the gun on 3rd down. Rankin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. On 1st down, Bradshaw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Throwing again. Bradshaw over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Bradshaw. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Rankin. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost the football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
In motion goes the tight end. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rankin. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. In motion comes the tight end left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll start out here with the option left.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bradshaw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Rankin. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Operating from the gun. Rankin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The part of his defense now with multiple interceptions in his game. But this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Trying to lay one up deep. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Off the play fake. Rankin. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On second down, here's the option. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Rankin. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Come on. Hey.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats. 19 Lions.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This secondary is a unit. They've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Buffalo 18. Panther 11. 18 Rattle.
To throw on 3rd down. Bradshaw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the same calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
To throw again. Rankin. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score.
So it's the Saints who are going to be in position to get the ball first as we are back underway and set for overtime. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
60 average.
On 3rd down, Bradshaw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
At their own 36-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Rankin. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
So now after that big play, things come into focus a little bit sharper because at this point in overtime, a field goal is all they need. That big play there sets them up in field goal range. They want to try and finish this game off.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Going right back to Akers.
stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Right there, hurt.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the Saints signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And the Rams have won the game.